a free account. I'm not going to explain how everything on the web portal is, how to run the, I'll show you the product backlog, the sprint backlog, how we now start a new sprint, how we now move items, and all those things I'm going to now show you. So after doing that, then you can now capitalize on what I have shown you after the class. Try it out yourself, now build on that knowledge. Then you can now even do further research on yourself to play around with it. The account is going to be free. You don't even have to put your card or anything, so it won't debit you, don't worry. All right, okay, so let's take a look. All right, we need a WhatsApp group. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please, at the end, don't worry, let's go with JIRA first. You'll still have that WhatsApp group. Everybody will still share their phone numbers. We'll have somebody to help create the WhatsApp group, and you have everybody. Kindly share. TL opened an account yesterday. I kindly share. I opened an account yesterday. It is complex. Not to worry, it is not complex at all. Maybe I'm saying it because I'm used to it already, but let's start. Don't practice as I teach. Just watch first. Just watch first. Remember, this is recorded, so you can watch it and try it, because if you lose focus, you will take us back. All right, so just watch first and let us go. So the first thing you need to do is to come to www.jira.com, and once you come to www.jira.com, it will bring you to this page. And once it brings you to this page, you see Atlassian. Atlassian is the company that builds JIRA software, and they also have other products as well, like the Confluence. I told you to do research on Confluence too. I hope some of you were able to do some few research on some of those things you need to go and read about. Okay, it is very important. Thank you very much, Louis. So they also own Confluence and some other things, but JIRA is our area, what we are concerned about right now. Okay, so once you come here, you see that JIRA is even a cloud platform, and that's why I said you should go and confirm all you need to know about cloud platforms too, server and serverless. So what we need to do now is, without wasting time, is to start my free 30-day trial. Okay, so I click on this blue button and it takes me to this page. I will also say that if you have a Gmail account, it will be fantastic to use as a test. You could go and create a test Gmail account and just use it for this JIRA practice. All right, so when you do that, you get on this page, you come to your eligible JIRA software products, you click on login with Scrum Me, and it's that Gmail account I am using. So we'll use your details from Google to create your account. Email address is scrummay2023@gmail, and your full name is Scrum May. All right. And yes, I'm fine with that. So all I need to do is to click on this button that says create your account. So it starts to do some work in the background and brings me back here. All right. So it's still loading, but it should, an error occurred. All right, not to worry, I will just refresh the page again. That's from their end, but let's try it again. Thank you. So it has gone through now. Yep, maybe it was just an internet glitch, possibly. So once you do that, this is the page that was supposed to show next. All right, so you can see your work email. Really, if you are in an organization, you will most likely have a generic email address, right? So it could be James Bond at 007.com, you know, that kind of thing, or James Bond or Peter Parker at facebook.com, meta.com or something, you know. So depending on your organization. Now you can also see your site. Why is it saying your site? It is a web platform. Have you noticed that I did not download any app on my laptop, right? Everything is still on web. So JIRA, you're not even downloading JIRA to install it on your laptop. No, It's just a web platform. Cloud. Okay, is a web platform. So this your site that I'm going to create is the same URL that everybody will have and will be able to access Jira. When I say everybody, my developers, my product owner, I can even now share it with maybe a manager or something that wants to be checking reports and metrics. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm just going to say Scrum May 2023. That's going to be that. So it's going to be Scrum May 2023.atlassian.net. But don't worry about all that URL. You'll most likely not even use it at all because you can add your members without even, there's no bother about that. So you see, no credit card required. All right. So you don't even need to put your card at all. So I click on agree and it keeps going, taking us to the next page shortly. And yes, it's not asking us to tell us a bit about yourself. This helps us personalize your experience. What type of team do you work in? Software development. It could be whatever. You see, different kind of people could actually use this tool as well. Is project managers use this tool as well and all. So I'm going to say software development. What's your role? Well, I'm a Scrum Master, but it's not here. Well, you can say other, but if you want to put something else, it's fine. I can even say software development manager, whatever. What are your main tasks? I can decide to just choose anything: security, documentation, code writing and reviews. Okay, writing code. Click on next. All right. So it brings me to this part and it's asking me that I have selected to use the JIRA software. Yes. Select a second product. Do you want to choose Confluence again or what? No. I'm fine with my JIRA software, but you can also go ahead with Confluence and also use Confluence because you can use Confluence and attach some documentation because this is for documentation. You can see document collaboration. So you can use Confluence for documentation and attach it to your stories and all in Jira. Okay, but I'm fine with what I have and I'm just going to say agree and continue. So it's building my page. It's still going to ask us some questions at a point. Okay, so now is asking select a template for your first project. We are not doing Kanban. We are going to be doing Scrum, right? We are not doing Kanban. Remember I mentioned about Kanban framework, but we are interested in Scrum. And I choose Scrum. And I click on next. And now it's asking me to choose a project name. I'm just going to say May. Please, I hope you're following what I'm doing. I hope it's straightforward so far. Scrum class, May 2023. That's the name of my project. And I've chosen Scrum as a template. And I'm just going to click create project. But wait a minute. Before I click on create project, it says show more. Let us see what is there. We can see project type. We can see team managed. Aha. This part that says team manage, it will not show you matrix and all those burn up, burn down charts that I explained in class. If you choose team manage, it will not show you. The only one that will show you is company manage. So we are going to change that to company manage because you need to also see how those graphs look like. All right, let's do that. Now it has chosen a key name for me because of what I typed as the name of my project. So you just put SCM2, like from here, right there. Okay, so you can change it, you can leave it, but I'm gonna leave it. All right. So create my project, and now it's trying to create everything. It's asking me if I want to add some other tools to my Jira. I can add Slack, Microsoft Teams, GitHub, GitLab. All these are developer things. Circle CI for testing, Zendesk, my Share, Sentry, Jenkins. All these are DevOps as well. Jenkins is a DevOps tool and all. So I'm gonna skip this. I don't want to add anything else. Skip. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our view. All right. And now I have my backlog. I also have my active sprints. All right. Which is our to do, in progress, and done. This is our sprint board. On the slide, remember we said sprint board, that I told you that we took that sprint board concept from Kanban board. Yes, this is it. So all our items will now be on to do. Then things will move. Developers will start working on them. It will go to in progress. Then it will move to done. And now, because we are just using this, it also has some notes here, all right, which you can go through. Excuse me. So this actually gives us tips on how to do different things and all, which, just a moment, please. All right, let's go ahead. Sorry about that. Yep. So this is a quick start that gives us quick steps to do various things as well. But I'm gonna collapse this to have a big view. So right here is our roadmap. The roadmap is owned by the product owner. And this is where the product owner would align all the various things that should be done either in a financial year. It was on the slide yesterday when we started, and you can just type in roadmap is for, let's say, for example, we'll say we're going to be working on the e-commerce website, then we're going to be doing the savings, we're going to be doing the fintech app as well. So once we do that, then we're now going to have everything in the roadmap. All right. Then we move from there. Somebody is asking for a single day. Now, this is the roadmap, as I said before, and this is where it's for the product owner, really. And you don't have any business here as a Scrum Master. You can just always come here to see what you have to do part-time. So the Netflix, the e-commerce portals, fintech portal, the savings portal, everything will be put in here for by the product owner, populated. Then you can now see things that you do quarterly, things that you be doing monthly, in weeks, things that you're supposed to be doing today, and everything will just be there. All right, but it's the product owner that populates all of that. Then we have the backlog, which we are coming into. Now, you know that your product backlog, your sprints backlog. Yes, this is where it is. So, before we come here, let's just take a quick tour. All right. Your active sprint is the next sprint we are going to start. You remember sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4, sprint 5, exactly. So when we start a sprint, it's going to be an active sprint. It will be on this board to show, remember, your AIT, right? Transparency, that's T. Now, this is what transparency is all about. We can all see everything here. What's on to do, what's in progress, and what is done. Okay. Now, you can now see your reports. We have different type of reports. The burn down chart, burn up chart, the sprint report. At the end of every sprint, automatically, JIRA will show you your sprint report automatically, what the sprint was all about. It will give you that report, which you can now even submit to management. There are also different types of other charts. We have the velocity chart, which we discussed about. You can see that the top 3 or 4 are the ones we've spoken about in class. Burn down, burn up. This sprint report comes automatically, then velocity chart. Then you also have cumulative flow diagram, version report, epic report, control chart, epic burn down. You see there are different types. They release, burn down as well. We also have some things for DevOps here, issue analysis. All right. So on your own free time, you can just go and do research on the other type of reports that we have here, time tracking, different type, but the ones that we use on a day to day are the ones we have discussed in class. Okay, all right. So different kinds of reports, and then I click on back to the project. Then you have issues. We don't have anything yet. We've not created anything yet. Don't worry, we're gonna do all of that. Then releases is owned by the product owner, is not for you, Scrum Master. So don't worry about that. But what it is when you want to push your items to production, that's when you start to do release. You want to release something, all right? So that's it. Then up above, we also have, you can search for anything you wish to search for. It can be a particular task. You can search for it right there. Then you can see SM here, Scrum Me. This is the Scrum Master. That's my own account that I used to create this JIRA portal for my team, for my Scrum team. All right, and that's me right there. That's my account right there. And you can see I have this add people. So now this is how to now add your other team members. Let's say, for instance, you are the one, the Scrum Master, that created this JIRA board, or this JIRA web portal for the team. You would now want to add your product owner and your developers. So you just come and say add people, and automatically you add their email addresses there, and you can also give them what role. All right, all right, and I can go ahead to create team and all. Then we have more. Then we have create as well. I'm going to show you how to use this create button. So let's go to backlog. Let's go to backlog, and backlog, there are two backlogs, right? I hope you can all remember the product backlog and the sprint backlog. Those are the two backlogs that we have: product backlog and the sprint backlog. Where am I? Okay. So this, you can see this, there's a line dividing these two areas. This guy down here is the product backlog, while this rectangle dotted part that says plan your sprint is the sprint backlog. The product backlog is down here with this small rectangle dotted lines, while the sprint backlog itself is this big one up here. So what happens first is that the product owner needs to go and collect requirements from stakeholders, right? Yes, remember our diagrams, our stories and explanations. The first thing that needs to happen is that excuse me, management wants to build e-commerce website that has savings, and also has the fintech part of it, mobile money payments as well. So the product owner goes to flesh them out, just like our task number one, waking up in the morning and getting to office by or before 8 a.m. All right. So product owner needs to go and do all of that work first and populate the product backlog with all that information. And this is the product backlog that just has backlog right here. All right. So now I'm going to be the product owner. Product owner now comes here. My name is what name do you want to give me? So my name is Theo, the product backlog, the product owner. So Theo comes here, and Theo is the product owner for the team, and he has gone to collect requirements from different stakeholders. What Theo will do as a product owner is to come to this blue button here and click on create. So Theo comes here and tries to create a story. You can see issue type story. You remember story is requirement, right? Remember we saw that on the slide, story. So there are different things there as well. Apart from story, we have task. So you can just create from a story, you can now create a task. Why? Because you can create a story for the developer to work on something, and the developers can now say, okay, before I can complete this story, I also have to do a particular task. Maybe I have to upgrade a software on my laptop. When I upgrade that software on my laptop, I'll be able to complete this story. All right. So out of a story, developer can now create a task that, okay, this one has to be done before I can complete this story. All right. Then we can also create a bug. And a bug is that we've created a product, but the product is malfunctioning, is not working fine. Something on the product is not working as expected. So it's a bug. All right. So when you even study things like ITIL, when you study ITIL, you'll be able to understand what bugs, issues, and all those stuffs are. It will help you with all those terminologies as well when you study ITIL. Issues versus stories versus tags versus child issues. I'm not too sure what that is, but this is what we have on issue type. Issue type. So they are all issues. So issues, we now have story, task, bug, and epics. Okay. All right. So we now have epic. Epic is the collection of issues. Epic is the collection of issues. Issues will now be either stories, tasks, or bugs. Okay. So if I do create an epic, this is not a product owner class, so you shouldn't really bother about that. But if I create an epic now, let's say for instance, and I now term this e-commerce portal. All right, I create an epic, and now I'm going to put all my um stories under this e-commerce, because we're really wanting to now add things to the e-commerce portal, right? So I'm going to do create. So I've created an epic. So now remember, this is Theo. It's Theo that is doing all of this as a product owner, not you, the Scrum Master. All right. So Theo is now ready to um impute the all the requirements collected already. So Theo comes to create, goes to issue type and changes it to story, and also comes to summary. So I'm just going to put something, okay, income. I'm just going to put anything here, or let's just put something, savings web app. All right, and put your attachments, all right, architectural drawings, API, whatever description you want to put there as a product owner. So Theo is going to put all that information there, and is going to put a very nice, broken down description as well. As a user, I should be able to access the savings portal so that I can effectively save funds. Right, then every story usually have acceptance criteria, which is a product management thing. All right, then blah 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 blah. Things that should be in place to certify that this is actually done. When we start talking about definition of done. All right, then we come all the way, and my job here is just to create. So I cannot go ahead to select my epic. You remember I selected epic, but because this is all about e-commerce, expanding the e-commerce, I select my epic as e-commerce portal, and I create. Okay, so you can see that it has appeared under my product backlog. All right, I thought developers are meant to detect the bugs. Sometimes it comes from customers. Customers, we call customer service, right? Customer service will now escalate it to the developers. It happens like that. And we might all have experienced something like that, where you're trying to do something is not working. You call customer service, what's going on? I'm trying to do something, and they will tell you that, so sorry, we've escalated this to our technical team to revert. So yes, it's also possible that customers find an issue first before you yourself. All right. Sometimes as well, testers, QA, quality assurance can also find a bug. Yes. Developers themselves can also find a bug. Yes. Even internal staff in the company can find a bug. Yes. So anybody can find a bug, and they'll report it to the product owner. Theo will now raise it on the backlog. All right. You do not have any issue, as I said before. This is Theo, the product owner, who is going to be creating items on the product backlog. The product backlog is owned by the product owner, nobody else, not even the developers or Scrum Masters. All right. So I come again, I go there, I create another story, and I just put in things there. So let's just try and have items in our product backlog. I'm just going to be putting anything there this time around. Okay, let me select my Epic e-commerce portal. I put that there. All right. You see, I'm not assigning it to anybody. I'm not even asking. Nobody is even here right now. The other Scrum team members are not even here when I'm doing all of this. I am just logging on to this portal and I am populating CEO. That's my name as the product owner. I am populating everything I've gone to collect. And I'm doing my own job as a product owner, and I'm getting paid for doing what I'm doing. It's a real job that I'm doing. That's why I'm in this company, and I'm using JIRA myself as a product owner to prepare for the team for sprint planning or refinement. Okay, all this thing I'm doing, we are still going to refine it possibly with the team or get ready for sprint planning for the team to choose what to work on next, and get moving with their work. All right, so Theo, the product owner, is still populating, putting all the breakdown, all the things that should be done, putting how this should happen, how this should go next, how everything should be, properly breaking and explaining everything and creating everything to populate the product backlog. Now, apart from him using this, he can also use this create issue down here. I always like to use this blue one though, especially when I'm working as a product owner as well. I always like to use this blue one, and but this can also be used, but it's not as, it doesn't pop up as big as that other one, and I can still type something here: fintech 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 app, and I just click on enter. It goes in fintech app. But if you notice, I wasn't able to type description or anything. So to type my description, and I need to click on it, it's going to open by the side. Can you see? Wow. That's why I prefer the blue button. Then I need to now come here. But you as a Scrum Master, you're not concerned about all of this. No, let the product owner let them do their job. Okay. All right. You as the Scrum Master, as I said yesterday, you just need to confirm that whatever story they're giving your team is good enough. And you need to keep coaching the product owner that please make sure, just like the task we did, make sure that nothing is left out. Make sure that you're doing your best to properly give all the information needed to do the work once and correctly the first time. So you don't have to be doing rework. Rework is a waste of resources and time. So everything starts from the product owner. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Now I have how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I think this is still okay. This is good. This is good. If I want to open this up to pop up, I just need to click on this number here. It's a pop up on a new page, and you will see it clearly. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So if I want to put the epic, let's put epic for this one too. Okay, so the epic is done. I come back here, and that's it. And if I refresh, it's gonna give me my guys. So now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to our first sprint planning activity. And we have our able product owner here, Theo, who has done a marvelous job in preparing the backlog. I am your able Scrum Master, Oladipo, and I have, thank you developers for joining in. We have Kevin, the developer here. We have Akib, the developer here. We have Danny, the developer here. Fantastic team. Welcome all to our sprint planning meeting. So, product owner, the floor is yours. Kindly take us through the top prioritized items on your product backlog and let us discuss about it so that we can move those items to work on to our sprints backlog and start the new sprint. Okay, over to you, Theo. All right, thank you, Scrum Master Oladipo. Thank you very much. So we have we have items in our product backlog. I have been able to get the business needs and the business value, and and we really need to pay a lot of attention to this, because this is going to bring in a lot of revenue for the organization. And we have our main goal for this product goal and for these items is enhancing the e-commerce portal to have savings aspect of it, and to also have the mobile money aspect of it. With this, a lot of work to do, which we might still have. If one sprint cannot complete it, we would have to share them into various sprints to complete the final product. All right. So first and foremost, I have been able to arrange them, because remember that the most important item and the most prioritized item should be on top on the product backlog. So I've arranged them based on level of importance. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first item on my product backlog is the savings web portal. So as a user, I should be able to access the savings portal to effectively save funds. The acceptance criteria is that I should be able to click on the savings button. When I click on the savings button, it should take me to another page, another portal, another web page where I can now see savings and everything about savings. Then I should be able to connect my card. It should be able to debit my card with the amount I want to save. It should be, then we should have different types of saving plans. If I want to save for 3 months, I want to save for 6 months, I want to save for 1 year. And we should also be able to work with a third party. We are also connecting to treasury bills. We're also connecting to XYZ investment company to also give us percentages on people's savings. Okay, so I've put all that information there. I've broken them down. I've put every other thing that you need, the APIs, the switching company and everything. People should be able to make debits from their card. As I've mentioned, we also have different Visa, MasterCard. We also have other cards in place. People should also be able to transfer money into their savings account, blah, 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 XYZ. Thank you very much. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Theo. This is really good. You've done a fantastic job, Theo, by breaking this down. All right. Developers. Theo has done fantastically well, fantastic job in explaining what is here. So what do you think, based on this work Theo has explained, what do you think the estimation, just to know how much effort it would take to do this, what do you think the estimation would be like? All right. I would like to hear from Danny. Danny, what do you think? Thank you very much, Theo. Thank you, Scrum Master. This is really nice. Based on what I've seen here, this is gonna take a lot of effort. It's massive, it's big. All right, this whole savings portal right here, we're gonna be competing with people like Cowrie Wise and some other saving portals right there. Okay, Moneybox and all those other people that do all this as well. We're gonna be competing big time with them. So estimation. Okay, I'm gonna think that this should be possibly a 5. All right, a 5. Okay, so now we come to estimation, and that estimation is called your what? Story point. Story point. That's it. Remember, I said we'll collate all the story points to know the total sum of story points, right? So estimation is your story point. All right. So Danny, confirm again. You said a 5, right? But I thought you said this is a whole lot of work. Okay, but yeah, 5. Okay. Kevin, what do you think? Danny, I'm not too sure why you said 5. Because I was thinking of a 13. All right, I was thinking of a 13. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm talking from. Please do not forget, it's Bucket Point. This is where I'm talking from. All right, you remember this slide, right? This is where I'm talking from. Danny has chosen 5. Kevin has said 13. Okay. Oh, I'm going with 13 based on the amount of work that we will be doing. All right. All right. Thank you very much. So we have 5, we have 13. Akib, developer. What do you think? We have 5, we have 13. What do you think based on the work you need to do on this item? Um, I think I'll be going with a 13 as well. It's something we've done before somehow, so we'll be using some code, but it still entails a lot of work. I would have said 20 before, but I think 13 would be a better choice. Okay, so we have popular choice has chosen 13. Um, and Daniel too will now say, "Oh yeah. I think 13 should be fine, based on the feedback Kevin and Akib have said." Yes, I totally agree. 13, 13. All right. Now the Scrum Master who is running this meeting and sharing his or her screen. Oladipo is sharing his screen now for the team, for the Scrum team. I'm the one sharing my screen as the Scrum Master. I'm going to come and say the team has chosen 13. I am going to be the one to type 13 on the story point and click OK. All right. Can you see 13 is now there? All right. Now I'm going to close this guy. We've story pointed it. We've reviewed it together. We are still in sprint planning. This is still sprint planning. All right. Okay. You just need, well, we don't really need a lot of tools at the moment. Just your JIRA and choose your number. But if you want to go extra to choose estimation tools, yes, you can go and find the perfect estimation tool for everybody to use. But just to call out the stress of going from JIRA to another tool and all, this is still fine. This is still perfectly okay. Everybody on the call giving what they think immediately, and you're putting in the number immediately. Do not forget, you're also time conscious. This meeting has a time period that the Scrum Master, has set time now. Okay, we're going to use 1 hour for this meeting. So you're still really concerned. You don't want to go beyond 1 hour. You understand, right? So if you're still going out of here, going to another tool, you understand what I'm trying to say. So now let's go ahead. We now have investment page on the payment portal. All right. Theo, the product owner, can you tell us what you have here? All right. This was even another part that the management team thought about, that we can have savings, we can have fintech, then we can now have investment. So people that are saving can decide to invest. Oh, maybe lifetime ISA or something other thing. They can even invest in treasury bills or whatever they want to invest in. Real estate as well, we can add it. So I have put all the details there for how everything is going to be like. I've put the connections of payments and everything there. All right, thank you very much, Theo. Thank you. We've done a really good job in providing details for this. Perfect, nicely done. All right. So, developers, over to you. Let us story point this ticket based on what Theo, the product owner, has said. What do you think this should go with? Okay, so let's hear from you, Danny. Thank you very much, Scrum Master. Looking at this is very similar. It won't be so far from the savings portal that we're going to work on first. So it's just for us to add an extra for investment. So I'll be going with 8. All right. Kevin, what do you think? Yeah. 8 is good. 8 is good. I think I like 8 too. All right. Akib, what do you think as well? 8 is perfect. Yeah. Based on what Danny has said, that explanation is good. We're just going to be moving from this code and adding a few more features to that. So 8 is good. All right. The Scrum Master, Oladipo, types 8 in the story point, and I save it. All right. Thank you very much. Now let's go to the other item. Theo, the product owner, explains it again. Okay. And the story point goes, let's give this one a 5. All right. And we go to another one again. Oh, this one seems to be a big work to do. All right, user KYC. Oh, okay. We need to align to the banks. The banks need to pull up their BVN. Story points. Wow, this is a big one. Let's give it a 20. All right, thank you very much. And we all keep doing that. And we go to the last one. And you remember, we just have 5 issues here. But in real life, product backlog will have a lot of things. You're not going to story point everything now. You're not going to be story pointing everything now. Okay, you're just going to be story pointing what the product owner deems. You remember that question? What the product owner deems what's the answer like that is deemed for to work on. All right, yeah. So um under this 5 there will still be a lot of issues. So the product owner will be the one to tell us that we are just going to estimate the top 10, all right, to work on. Why? Because it's only 10 that has requirements ready. You remember when we started, we said project management, you need full requirements for project management, but for Agile, you need requirements for just what you're going to work on. You don't need to complete the entire product backlog and say, yes, all the product backlog is complete. Let's start picking things. No, you only pick what you're going to work on part time. All right. So product owner has done a perfect job by giving stories to the top 5, and we've estimated the top 5. Now back to the Scrum Master. Thank you very much, team. Thank you. No. Daily Scrum is 15 minutes. Planning is 8 hours for a 4-week sprint. This is planning. We've not entered daily Scrum yet. This is still planning. Thank you very much. Thank you for those that answered as well. Thank you. So now we've estimated items. We've estimated them. Can you all see the estimations? 20, 25, 8, and 13. Back to the Scrum Master. Thank you very much, developers. Awesome job. Theo, the product owner as well. Thank you. We've been able to estimate all those items. Perfect. I love this. Thank you for the collaboration. Okay, so now let's start to move items into our sprint backlog, the ones that we need to work on right away. Do not forget, we have a velocity. Our velocity is actually 50. 50 is our velocity. Can you remember velocity? Even though, yes, we've not done a lot of sprints yet, but I'm just, acting it out to say that we have a velocity of 50 points. 50 points, that's we did a collection of various sprints, divided it, and got a number that we should not surpass. 100 meters, 100 meters race, marathon, that example. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right. So now, Scrum Master says, remember, we have 50. That's our velocity. So we shouldn't do more than 50. All right. So the Scrum Master comes and clicks. Just click on this first one. Just click. You can drag it. Just click and drag it up into this rectangle dotted part and drop it. It is there. You move that to the sprint backlog. All right. You see all that theory, product backlog, sprint backlog, product backlog. This is it. This is it. I have moved something from the product backlog into the sprint backlog. All right. That one is there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this part. One issue has been moved. The estimate is what? Can you see what is there? I want to be sure. Can you type what you see there? Estimate is, I want to be sure you are seeing where my cursor is. 13. Thank you very much. That means that currently what we have is just 13. Thank you. So I click the next issue, I drop it. It has changed from 13 to 21. I come to the next one, I drop it again. That's changed to 26. Remember, our top is 50. I come here again and I drop it, is 46. Then I come and drop the last one and I get 66. Bam, 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 bam. Red alert. Oh my, Scrum Master, over to you. I can see we have surpassed our velocity threshold. We have 66. And I'm very sure we will not be able to complete these items based on history. So what do we do? Let's see. Product owner, we need to return an item to maintain our velocity. All right. But before we even do that, developers, taking a look at all of this, do you think we can complete all these items in 2 weeks? We have surpassed our velocity, but You are the ones that are developers. You are the skilled ones. You know what you're going to do to build all of this. Do you think you can complete this in 2 weeks? What is your confidence level? Yes, we used to use that word, confidence level. What is your confidence level that you can complete all of this in 2 weeks? Is it high? Is it low or medium? The developers will now talk. Okay, we've surpassed our velocity, but confidence level is low. This is a lot of work. We are building fintech portal. We are building savings portal. Is a lot of work in 2 weeks. Oh no, 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 no. Let's not do this. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Danny. Any other person? Yeah, we all agree that we should return something. Oh, fantastic. All right, let's return. So, product owner, you are here. You are the owner of the product backlog. We would like to return something back to the product backlog. Okay. If we do return this, but based on priority, business needs, we also need to know which one to return. And developers too should advise, because one item might be linked to another item, might be linked to another item, and all. So I kindly advise which to return. Okay. Now we can all see that the first three, the first two are linked to savings. This is also e-commerce, which exists. KYC is also, but fintech is another ball game on its own. It's another thing on its own, which is different from the others. So we can move fintech and start that one later. All right. So 46, very close to 50, but it's perfect. All right. So your velocity is calculated from a collection of sprints that you have done before. Now, this particular sprint has 46. All right. If we do another sprint, it might have 20. Another sprint, it might have 10, just like how I drew on the board. This is sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4, sprint 5. This sprint, one sprint has 10, total estimation of 10. This one has total estimation of 20, total estimation of 10, 30, 40. We now added everything together and now divided it by 5. We now got 22. That means our velocity is 22. So we must not surpass 22, because we will not finish all the items on that sprint. Okay, that's it. So now, back. I hope I'll be able to answer your questions, Agbolahon. Thank you. So, still sprint planning. We are still in sprint planning. Back to the Scrum Master. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We've been able to successfully move items from the product backlog into the sprint backlog, and we are still looking good based on our velocity. We have 46 points, which is good. Awesome, awesome, and awesome. Okay, so now, does anybody else have any comments, questions, anything else to say before we start the sprint? Anybody? Okay, fantastic. Everybody seems to be happy with what we have. And now let us go ahead to start the sprint. We have 4 issues for the next 2 weeks to work on it. All right. Now, you as a Scrum Master, you can see I'm still the one talking. I come to start sprint just right there. The blue button right here, shiny blue button. I come here and I say start sprint. And it says 4 issues will be included in the sprint. The sprint name is CSCM 2, sprint 1. And the duration, can you see JIRA has automatically even selected 2 weeks? Automatically, without me doing anything. JIRA has chosen 2 weeks for me. But if I now want to say no, I want the 4-week sprint, I now come here and I can change it to whatever amount of sprint I want to do. I can even say custom and choose the dates when I want to start and the date I want to finish. But yeah, let's go ahead with our 2-week sprint. Now the sprint goal, can you see your sprint goal? So from JIRA, you even know when exactly your sprint goal should be. Your sprint goal comes during sprint planning. Can you see from JIRA? So from JIRA alone, you can see that most of the things we'll be saying, I think you are now getting the proper understanding. Can you see? So from there, you now say, so what's our sprint goal? Our sprint goal is that we want to enhance the e-commerce portal to have savings, mobile money, and investment to bring more returns. Okay, and so on and so forth. So it can be any of that. All right, and now we have that. So I'm still speaking, Scrum Master. There are 10 working days in the sprint. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting the sprint. So I click on start. It goes to our active sprint. And now this is our sprint board. Everything has been arranged automatically under to do. Excuse me, please. Pardon me, please. All right. Yeah, I think I'm better now. So let's go ahead. Now we have everything. Thank you so much. So we have everything arranged to do, in progress, and done. Now, in reality, truly and truly, I don't use my board like this. I don't. So what I do is, for the sake of transparency, I try to add other things to my board. Like, I want to see my review. I want to see testing. The reason why I said testing is I want to see how items are really flowing. And even I, as a Scrum Master, if I check the board, I can actually tell where a task is without even asking questions. All right. So to do that, I just come to this dotted button here and click it. And I go to board settings. And it brings me here. And I come to columns. And I can see all my columns there, to do, in progress, and done. Then I say add column. So from to do, then in progress, from in progress, I want to do something like testing. Because when the developer has done something, right, they're supposed to test. A tester or QA person is supposed to go and test what the developer has done, right? So I want to see testing there to know that, okay, the item is now in testing. All right. Then after doing a test, I want to also see that I want to know if the item is ready for sprint review. Okay. So I'm going to call it review or UAT, user acceptance test, or review. We can just say UAT or review. All right. I want to also know if the item has been tested and is now ready for review. Okay. I want it to be as transparent as possible so anybody on the board can see how everything is moving. So it will be on to do first. Then the developer will start working on it. That means it's in progress. When the developer has worked on it, it will move it to testing. That means he has taken the work for testers to confirm that is working as based on requirement. Once the tester is done, tester can now say, yes, this work is ready to be demoed to the stakeholders. Okay. Once they now say, yes, we are good with that, you can now say, we are done. Once we say we are done and the item comes to done, and at the end of the sprint, we now say we are going for retrospective. Okay. So I like my board like this. You can actually, now, based on when you become a Scrum Master, you can use something like this, or you can see what actually fits the team organization and update your board to fit your needs. Okay. So I come to back to board. There's no save or anything. Just click back to board. So you can see my board has changed now. It's now to do, in progress, testing, UAT or review, and done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your Super Scrum Master Oladipo right here. Thank you all for making the meeting. This is your daily Scrum. The activity has started. We had our sprint planning yesterday, and it was really good. And I'm really glad that we were able to estimate items. And Theo, our product owner, was able to give the right requirements. Okay, so welcome to Daily Scrum, and we would like to kick off. UAT means user acceptance test. So you are going to your stakeholder, who are the users, to accept what you have done. So that's what UAT is. So, ladies and gentlemen, who's gonna go first with updates? Who's gonna go first with updates? Okay, all right, let's see. Boom, it's to be John. Okay, so John, thank you very much. So tell us about your ticket. That's this one, Saving Web App, SCSM22. All right, thank you so much. I've started work on this and it's looking really good. I've been able to confirm all the requirements by Theo, the product owner, and it looks perfect. No issues right now, no issues at all. I started working on this yesterday. I'll just continue working on it today. And yeah, hopefully before the 2 weeks, I should be done with this. And I'm good. All right. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that you have no issues whatsoever. All right. That's gonna make my day really good. No issues, no issues, no issues. Thank you for that update. I'm so excited. Okay. So who's going next? Who's going next? All right, let's do that. Now who's gonna be the lucky person? Jane. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right, so Jane, but I noticed something. Why didn't you move your item to in progress? It's still on to do. You told me that you just mentioned that you started working on it since yesterday. Did you forget to move your item yourself, my developer? Oh, yes, I'm so sorry, Scrum Master. I forgot to move my item. Oh, please, okay, I would move. No, no, not to worry. I will move it for you. Since we are all here, let me move it for you. So the Scrum Master can move it on behalf of the developer, because in reality, those developers used to forget all these things. They are all concerned about their code. They always forget. So, but it's good for them to do it by themselves and move it by themselves. But in case they forget during daily Scrum, help them to move it. All right. So I, the Scrum Master, I come here and I move it for them. All right, Jane, go ahead with this. What's going on with this ticket? Investment page on the payment portal. Yeah, thank you very much, Scrum Master. I've started working on this. Okay. And I can see that I looked at it yesterday, but I just want to start the real work today. So does that mean that we can move it to in progress? Oh, yes, yes, please. Okay, thank you very much. So for now, do you have any impediment or issues? Not at all, not at all. I perfectly understand what to do. I perfectly understand the requirements put by Theo, the product owner, and I'm good to go. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so what's next? Okay, e-commerce clothing line. So what's the update on this? All right. But ladies and gentlemen, there's something I also missed out. Sorry, I missed something out. During the sprint planning as well, we need to assign. Oh, yes, we need to assign. Oh, someone mentioned it. Agbolaho. Oh, thank you so much. Ah, you see, we're in sync. During the sprint planning, we should have assigned it to somebody. Okay. So now, oh, have you all accepted my invite? I can't see everybody. Why? Did you all accept it? Oh, but not to worry. Oh, yes. Interesting. I'm wondering why I can't see everybody here. But originally, everybody is supposed to be here on this drop down. Then I can click on all your names. Okay. I'm not sure why it is not showing yet. All right. So during the sprint planning, we are now meant, when people, okay, let me rewind a little bit. When we are moving items from this backlog and when we are estimating, as soon as we estimate, like now I've gone back to the backlog. When we are estimating, now we're giving this to 20. The Scrum Master is now supposed to ask that, okay, so who is skilled or who would like to pick this item? All right, that's the best way to ask the question. Is better to ask the developers, because truly the developers they have various skill sets for various things. Somebody might be good with web applications. Somebody might be good with mobile app applications. They're all skilled in different ways. So it's best to ask that, okay, so what do we assign this to? All right. They say, okay, Kevin should do this one. Kevin has skills doing this one, or he has done something like that before. Okay. So you assign it to Kevin and you do that assignment during your sprint planning. All right, so I'm just going to assign, since I'm still the only one here, I'll just assign everything to myself. Okay, all right, you still can see the sprint backlog from here still. Oh, I can you see this? It's showing Agbolahon's name right there. All right, I can see Agbolahon. It has been assigned to Agbolahon. All right, already. Fantastic. Okay, let's see. Is anybody else showing? Oh, nobody else is showing, but I'm quite impressed. That is already on Agbolahon right now. Okay, I can see the sprints. Agbolahon can see the sprints. Okay, so that means he has nice one. Thank you very much, Agbolahon. Thank you. So now let's go back to our board. So thank you so much. Yes. All right. So we're also going to move this one. Okay. So we have one other item. So tell us about this, Kevin. What's going on? I'm so sorry, Scrum Master. I had, oh, thank you, Luis. You can see it as well. I have issues with my power pack of my laptop. The charger seems to be touching, but I'll try and fix it. But I was able to borrow my neighbor's charger. I was able to borrow my neighbor's charger, and over the night to charge my laptop. I would start working on this today. I'll keep you informed on how things go. All right, thank you. So you've not started work at all? No, no, Scrum Master, I'm not starting work at all. So that is an impediment, that you have laptop issues, and this is really not good. So let's meet offline. Let's see what we can do to get you a charger, a power pack immediately. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Nobody else. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, product owner does not need to talk during this daily scrum. Product owner does not need to talk. The only time the product owner really needs to talk is if a developer wants to ask a question about one of these tickets. Maybe the developer is unclear about something, and you can just ask the product owner at that time, and the product owner can explain. All right. What kind of excuse is this? Oh my god. It's valid, right? Oh my god. All right. So we usually call this tickets. We call them tickets because now they have numbers, and a ticket is still an issue, and an issue carries either a story, a bug, or a task. All right. But we call them tickets in the real world. We say tickets. Have you started working on these tickets? It's a ticket is right there, and the ticket carries an issue, and the issue can now be either a story or epic, like we saw on that drop down. All right. Those things spoil every day. Yeah, so anything can happen. All right. So, like for instance, we had one issue. Somebody updated his laptop, and the update went south, and the laptop couldn't come back up. It was just showing black screen, and he couldn't code, he couldn't do anything. So you can imagine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Daily Scrum. Can you see we use less than 15 minutes for this? We don't have a lot to say. All right, thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next Daily Scrum. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have any issues. I would be available. All right, Kevin, let's chat after this call so that we can see how we can get you a charger for your laptop. Okay. Thank you all for attending, and have a great and productive day ahead. All right. Thank you. All right. Yeah. As a Scrum Master, you now need to know how to manage time when you have more people there. They should just give their feedback immediately, and you move on. All right. So everybody starts to work again. Activity. Remember, activity. So everybody starts to go work on their items, work on their items, work on their items. All right, you can see that this particular developer comes and he's done with his own. He now moved it to testing. Okay, now this can happen. So sometimes you can open the ticket. If that doesn't, if click and drop doesn't work, all you need to do is to open the ticket or open the issue. All right, and click on it and take it to the next level. Okay, testing. I want to take it to testing next. I close it. It's removed by itself to testing. That means QA people have started testing that work. I, as a Scrum Master, am inspecting. Remember AIT, AIT, inspection. I am inspecting what's going on the board. I have seen that one has moved. I'm happy that, yeah, nice. My guys are working. Okay, then, oh, Agbalaho too is working on his own. He is also ready to move it to testing, remove it to testing. Oh, fantastic. All right. Now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in our daily scrum and we are discussing what we've done so far again. All right. So I can see some items are in testing. Well done, guys. Well done. Hi. You are too good. This Friday, pizza on me. I'm sending all of you pizza. Okay, so let's see what's going on. STM22. You can see is in testing. Okay, now another thing is the Scrum Master, because you need to get feedback from the tester. You know, now this item is with the tester. You want to know how testing is going. All right, so sometimes you could even just invite the tester to come and tell us what's going on, or you could do an offline discussion with the tester that, okay, how is this testing going, how is everything going, or the developer too can give feedback. And definitely the tester and the developer will be working behind the scenes to test the item. All right, but each Scrum Master too needs to be, you know, is transparency and inspection, adaptability too. So you need to know what's going on with testing too. So if you want to invite, it's not compulsory. If you want to invite the tester to the meeting to give everybody updates, transparency, right? Let everybody hear what's going on. You can do that. Okay. So you say, oh, tester, what's going on? Yeah, I've started testing this work. I can see it's really okay. Most of the test plans that I have passed, and I should complete testing today on this. Oh, fantastic. Let's do this. All right. Thank you so much. You can see Agbola also as well. Tester, what do you think? Yeah, this is good. All right. Agbola even dropped the note that work is ongoing. Baseline codes created awaiting integration API. Hey, Agbola, thumbs up. Developer of life. All right, so thank you very much. You can see that things are really going well. Fantastic work. Oh, fantastic. What's going on? Kevin, you're still working on this. Are you having any challenges? Thank you so much, Scrum Master. As I was working on this, I realized that we have a lot of tech debts. Tech debts. So the tech debt is affecting the code. So we have some codes that have been written by previous developers that were in this company, but they did not tidy up their codes. They just wrote codes in a very uncivilized manner, and everything is scattered right now in the back end. I'm even trying to resolve their own code first so that I can connect my code to theirs to complete this work. Wow. Oh my gosh. So what's gonna happen? Okay, I can see Michael just joined in. Michael, yes, go ahead. I can see yes. Michael has now been assigned to this ticket. Fantastic. Nice one, Michael. So I can see, oh, so now what are we going to do about this? We need this is an impediment. All right, you know what, Michael, let's take this offline. Let's take this offline so that we do not stretch the time of this daily scrum. Let's have a meeting immediately after this so that we can discuss the tech debt and see how best we can get things sorted so that this ticket, this issue, or can move forward. Thank you very much for that. All right, now, oh my, this ticket is still here. Danny, what's going on? Haven't you gotten we've sent the power pack to you already. The delivery team should have gotten to you. What's going on? Scrum Master. Apparently, I've not heard from the delivery person. My neighbor that I'm sharing charger with has not come back from office yet. The person is on shift and he took extra shift and he's not back home yet. And my laptop is just showing me that I have 10 minutes left. Oh my. Wow. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna follow up with the delivery guy to see what's going on. He should have gotten to your place first thing this morning, but please let me know what's going on. Also, do confirm with your neighbor if he's gonna be back or any other person that you can get a charger from. Okay. This is not nice at all right, but thank you very much for that update. I'm going to get on this right away. So I have two meetings now. I have a meeting with Michael after this. Then I also need to follow up with the delivery person after this meeting as well. I've added this on my checklist and it's quite important. All right. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody is playing with my board. Who is playing with my board? Somebody has splitted all my boards. What's going on? Please, nobody should. Everybody, let's just watch what's going on. Somebody has gone to tamper with the board settings. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead, everyone. So now we're done with our daily scrum. All right. And everybody is going ahead again. And now we're done with this. It's going to UAT. Michael's work is going to UAT. And the other work as well. Is also going to UAT. All right. Okay. And now we have two items that are going to UAT, and we'll now do daily scrum again and keep doing daily scrum and keep doing daily scrum. And then we now let's move this to UAT as well. And Danny finally got his laptop charger, but he now realized that, let's move this to in progress. He now realized that the laptop charger that he got was even for a different laptop make. The mouth wasn't able to enter his laptop. Truly, village people matter. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We had an awesome UAT. Okay, all our UATs passed. I'm glad to say congratulations to all our team members. And now we can move all these items. It's time to go and deploy. Oh yes, this should also, I should have added deployment as a column again. We now need to go and deploy and release to production, right? So as I said, the board needs a lot of updates. Okay, it needs a lot of updates. You can add different columns. So after we now go and do deployment will now be sure that everything is working fine in production. All right, then we'll now move it to done. Okay, so I'm gonna move. I as a Scrum Master, if the developers forgot to do it, I can do it for them. I'm gonna move it to done as well. All right, so all these items are now in done. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, but we still have one item that refused to move, and now we are here again. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had our retrospective, and we're done with the sprint. We've had our retrospective using our retrospective tool and all. We're done with the sprint, and I'm ending this sprint right away. But unfortunately, we're unable to complete this item, and nobody else was able to work on this because it's only Danny that has this skill to work on this item. So I've already escalated this to management as well, that at least we can get another person that has Java experience. It's only Danny that knows Java, and nobody else could work on it because it's a Java programming language task. Okay, so if you have two Java at least the other person could have been able to assist. But ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our 2 weeks sprint, and I'll be completing this sprint right away so that we can go and start a new sprint once again. So Scrum Master comes here, see the button, complete sprint. All right, so it says complete sprint. All right, 2 issues were done, 2 issues were incomplete. What's going on? Did somebody touch something else again? Move to done. My students have tampered with my board. Done. Okay. All right, thank you very much. So complete sprint, 3 issues. Yeah. Three issues were done. 1 issue was incomplete. Select where all the incomplete issues should be done. Can you remember from our old story that move them back to the backlog, right? You can move them back to the backlog, and you can also move them to the new sprint. Okay. So for instance, the situation of what we have on our board now is that Danny got the wrong charger. Now we need to send another charger to Danny again. So if we move this item to a new sprint, will Danny be able to start working on it immediately because he has not even gotten his charger yet? Or should we move it to the backlog because nobody else has Java experience except Danny? So we have to make sure Danny is even ready to work. And we also need to consider the timeline to deliver this as well. But let's for now move it to the backlog. Then I say complete. And that's it.